listeners, you are a company that owns a lot of brands that we should probably all know about. But let's, give us the story about how you guys have come along, and how each one of your brands creates loyalty. Does it come loyal to that brand, or is it all the brother and sister brands that are underneath your umbrella? So, gentlemen?
Maybe I'll let Renaud start. As I am not from Boardriders, I'm from allcolibri.
Yeah, and we will explain the partnership just after. So nice to meet you. Thanks for the invitation. Happy to discuss about the loyalty aspect of Boardriders. Just to let you know, Boardriders, so it's a action sport brand and lifestyle also. It's a group of 6 brands. So Quiksilver, Roxy, Billabong, Ruka, more on the, I would say, surf DNA aspect. And also DC shoes and Element for more the skateboard aspect. So 6 brands with 6 different loyalty programs. And I'm in charge of all the retention strategy for the group, and specifically also about the loyalty aspect and the retention.
And hi everyone, I'm Adrien, the co-founder of allcolibri. We are a sustainability solution for loyalty program, and we have partnered with Boardriders, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So maybe we can start with how we get in touch. So we've been in touch with Renaud from Boardriders to help them to add more sustainability within their loyalty program. And maybe Renaud, you can tell why it was interesting for you to do so.
To give you some context, 2 years ago we have a global revamp of the loyalty program. The key point was how we switch from a very transactional loyalty program to a more experiential one. How we create rewards who just have sense for customer, who make sense for the customer. And we start thinking about the brand DNA, and Quiksilver and Roxy, and also the rest of the brands, have a specific quote, which is, we protect our playground. So we make sure that tomorrow the environment and all the link between the loyalty program and the environment are strong enough. So we start thinking of a link between loyalty and environment. The first step was to create like a specific bonus. So we create like 10 points for each eco-conscious product that you purchase, and we communicate a lot in store and on the website on it. And it was, I will say, the first step. And the second step was how we create something stronger, and how we give the possibility for members to convert point for donation. And we start discussing with allcolibri to create this link between the loyalty aspect and different causes and different donation.
Yeah, so at allcolibri, we have a platform with a catalog of good deed rewards. You can see a few of them in the background. And the idea is to be able to allow brands to address all the 17 SDGs from the United Nations. So each brand can find the causes within our catalogs that are matching their brand DNA. So they will be able to tell a nice story about why they are doing that. And maybe, Renaud, you can say which one you have chosen for Boardriders.
Yes, for Quiksilver and Roxy, so we identify with the brand leader 3 causes. The first one was remove plastic from the ocean. The second one was more for the beach cleaning. We already have some action with the Boardriders group for beach cleaning, but it was great to have it on the causes. And the last one was more to restore the coral on specific region of the world. So we identified these 3 causes because they are linked to the brand DNA. For now, it was only for Quiksilver and Roxy, but for example, for DC shoes or Element, they are more attached for other specific causes. So the next step will be to have this for this specific brand.
And just to give you a bit more about that, all our causes are very tangible and measurable. It's not like you're going to convert your point to give $5 or €5 to one NGO. You're going to convert your point to remove 5 kilos of plastic from the ocean. And the perceived value is way better because it's really tangible. And sometimes you don't realize that with only €1, you can do great stuff. And that's the story about, we call that micro impact. And each micro impact, if you sum all these micro impact, it's having a big impact. And we are providing brands with a report about this impact so they can communicate about this impact to their community of users and create, as a user, this feel-good factor. Because when you decide to give away your points instead of buying a voucher to clean beaches or to restore corals or to remove plastic from the ocean, you're proud of yourself because you've done something good thanks to the brand. So the brand has created this emotional connection for you, which is really great. And we believe that if you give people the opportunity to do good at the right moment with the right mean, they will do it. But nobody will go out on the street and say, oh, I'm going to remove plastic from the ocean today. But if you're in front of something and you can give points to do that, you're happy to do so.
Yeah, exactly. And I will maybe we'll display it after, but the key point also was the communication part also for us. I think it's great to have it like a reward to convert your point for a specific donation, but it's better if we can communicate on it. It's a display of the personal accounts for the Quiksilver and Roxy members. So as you can see, we have the voucher, but now we also have the possibility to donate points, and we also have some experiences and other aspects. So the behavior is like a big surprise for us because we see the switch between members preferring using point for donation than for a voucher. So it's pretty good because it shows so that they are part of our project regarding environment and other. So it's a good aspect on it.
Yeah, and when they do so, it's kind of a double positive impact because they are not spending it on voucher and rebuying. And it's contributing as well to eco behaviors at the same time. And something interesting, we're going to work with Roxy as well. Roxy is supporting a cause that is Keep Abreast to do education for breast cancer amongst the female population. And we're going to integrate their NGO within our platform, so they will be able to add that as well within their loyalty program. And you can animate your loyalty program also based on the seasonality of the impact events. There is one day of the year that is the Earth Day, and during this Earth Day, for example, you can push within your loyalty program, give away your points to plant trees. I'm sure you're familiar with what happened at the recent earthquake, for example. So same, you can be really reactive and say, hey, give away your points to rebuild houses and do so and help this population.
Yeah, it was really important for us to have the possibility for each brand to identify specific causes and specific association and to add it to the allcolibri catalog and to give the possibility for members to give points for it. Because same, it has to make sense for customer and for brands. It's I would say a win-win deal. So it's why we start working now with the brand to activate it. We activated allcolibri for now only in Europe and only for Quiksilver and Roxy. The plan is to have it also in the other region of the world. We will activate it also in Australia with different causes because my point of view is different region, different causes, different aspect and different impact. So we will adapt, like personalize each causes for each brand and for each region.
And do you measure different patterns across the countries? Do you have like top countries giving away points to these causes and or age group?
Yeah, we know that in Europe we are communicating a lot regarding beach cleaning and other, because I think it's something, it's concrete for members and other and things like that. But for sure we will think about it for US and for Australia to see if we also communicate a lot regarding beach cleaning, or if we want to adapt it and have specific causes.
Okay, great. And so maybe we can talk, sorry, about the integration. How happened the integration within your tools?
Yeah, it was really easy on our side. We used Adobe Campaign on Boardriders for all the loyalty aspect and other. It was really easy to plug between our loyalty program and the allcolibri catalog. It was totally transparent for us, because each time a members use point for a donation, we have like the impact page on your side, and it's like a real-time count of the different action. This aspect of the allcolibri platform, on my point of view, is really key, because each time you use point for donation, you receive an email with the amount of global action that all the members activate. So it's key for us, this part.
This is what we're calling the impact report, and it's to give the proof of what has been achieved, and to show that the power of community, because your single action to remove 1 kilo of plastic has generated this impact in total with all the communities of Boardriders clients. And of course, we have this granularity of KPIs per brand, and we can do that as well per country. And it's a good opportunity for you as well to communicate on social media about your action and give numbers about that.
Yeah, there is two things regarding the communication aspect. The first one is to communicate internally. That means for the brand leader, having this report is great, because they know in like real time how and the amount of members who just donate points for specific causes. And after, it's also to communicate to all our membership database to explain the global impact. So these two aspects of the communication are key. It helps us also to involve the brand in this type of project, having also some budget to communicate on it and other. So yeah, it was key. It was key for us.
And can we speak about maybe the future, and what are the new projects we're going to probably launch in the future, like impact delivery, things like that?
Yeah, so the next step on our side, because for sure it's a big success for the activation in Europe. So the next step is to involve all the brands. As I mentioned it, we have 6 brands, and for now only Quiksilver and Roxy are displaying this aspect. So the next step is to involve the other brands, and after to have it like global aspect, because we have like global communication also of the brands, and to have this donation for the 3 regions. And also the next step, and you mentioned it, is to have like specific causes like breast cancer or other elements already discussed with 1% for the planet, and we talk about having 1% for the planet on the allcolibri aspect. So yeah, it's really the next step for us.
Okay, thank you, Renaud.
Welcome.
Do you have any questions?
We have audio that we need to capture you with.
Marcin Kościak, Warfare Solutions. Can you share, because I understand that your program is not only about sustainability, correct? You can redeem points for not only this. So what is the percentage of members who are actually concerned about eco approach, and you know, like what was the engagement actually rate on the sustainability program?
What we know for now is that we activated the allcolibri solution, I think, for 3 months now. We have more than 2,000 members who use points for it. We know that between 10 and 50% of them do it twice or more. So they understand the concept of giving point for something, and they do it several times. We don't have the global, because we need more, I would say, data. We need, I think, 1 year historical data to really analyze it. But for now, it's a great part of the members.
So 2,000, can you give us perspective? Because I
Yes.
don't know if it's like 1%.
It's more between
10%?
5 and 10%.
That's great.
Yeah.
Did you have issue with actually greenwashing? Other industries have issue with customers accusing brands of about greenwashing and actually forcing the sustainability approach on customer rather than on the brand. So I would love to understand, how you as a brand, you're engaging in all of that and how you communicate and try to prevent the greenwashing accusation.
Yeah, it was the main concern regarding the brand. The main concern for the Roxy and Quiksilver brand leader was to say, okay, be careful, because I think it's a great idea to convert point for donation for specific causes, but we want to avoid the greenwashing like you mentioned it. It's why we would like to communicate a lot on the concrete causes. For example, for the beach cleaning, I think it's in Marseille in France. For the Restore Coral, we identify specifically the association. So just to explain clearly what we are doing with this money, what will be the direct impact, and to follow it. I think the best way to avoid any greenwashing is to be really precise, to give a lot of information. We had some members who called the customer services, asking more detail regarding these causes, and we explain. We take time to explain exactly what will be the global purpose, how we are going forward, and other.
Great. One more here.
Was exactly the question, I think, to the both of you then. How do you control the end of the chain? I mean, it's a very global footprint that you have. How can you make sure that everything is done in the way it's intended to do to exactly avoid that greenwashing issue that we might face?
Yeah, so we're measuring, and we have an ethic community that is helping us to pick the right partners on the ground. They are totally independent. We don't pay them. They don't own equity in our company. And I didn't mention that as well, but we're a company with purpose, so it's a specific status in France where you have to give public reports every year and being audited externally by a company.
All right. I think we caught up with everyone. We have about a 10-minute break. Thank you, gentlemen. That was a great conversation.